Back here in a scoreless game between the Marlins and Giants in the bottom of the fourth. Josh Beckett, who has struck out the last 5 Giants he's faced, now goes against Rich Aurilia, Barry Bonds, and Edgardo Alfonso. I know the division series has only been around since '95, so this isn't, you know, unbelievable, but yet he ties a division series record with 5 straight Ks. David Cohn with the Yanks in '95. Darryl Kyle, the late Darryl Kyle, with St. Louis in 2001.
Well, he's thinking about 6.
Didn't take long to go 0-2, did he?
Did you guys see the bite on that first breaking ball he threw him? I mean, he took a lot off and it had a lot of bite.
Way.
Well, you're just trying to see how much you can get right now.
Why not?
Now you know with the count 2-2, you can't go that far out. You got to kind of split that difference. You'll probably get that call.
A little farther out. I just can't get over May 15th, 1980. And he's pitching with the poise, and not only the stuff, but the poise. Sutton, Tony, have it's been around the block and in postseason on a couple of occasions. We know that's not the case.
His composure, his ability to throw all 3 of his pitches for, you know, throwing for a strike.
And you can see that Texas inning too. Roger Clemens, his former number 21 on his back, the hat pulled down like Nolan.
Oh, really, it was behind 0-2. Has worked the count to full count.
There he is again.
Yeah, don't think that guy on deck.
He's gonna have a lot to do with a good pitch to hit here.
That's exactly right.
It's gonna be a fastball. It's gonna be on the outer half, just like the last one that Aurilia lined out to Encarnacion on.
Aurilia works him for the walk.
Got to try to make a quality pitch.
Bonds was looking for a quality pitch and swung and missed it. Barry intentionally walked in the first inning.
How about 97? Oh, what's it been? 3 days since Barry saw anything like that? I mean, he had a BP pitcher today. Intentionally walked the first time. It reminds me a lot of what happened in the World Series. You know, you know, Francisco Rodriguez got one by him. That was the last one he got by him.
8 home runs in last year's postseason action for Bonds. 658 lifetime. 45 this year, 2 shy of Willie Mays for 3rd on the all-time list.
Well, he's on one of those other planets, Boomer, that you were talking about.
Right.
His talent level is just there where nobody else that I've ever heard of has been.
2-1 to Barry Bonds.
And that's, once again, this is where his patience comes into play. Took a rip at that first fastball that he saw. Been patient enough to take the next 2 pitches, try to get himself in a situation where he can get something that he can handle.
Fouled it back. Count is 2-2.
Yeah, but look at what happened. 97 again, same location. And a little quicker swing, Tony.
Yep.
How do you do that? How do you?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. You caught up with everything.
I don't know, but see, the thing about it is, for me, like I said in the open, you know, he only gets so many pitches to hit per game. Yeah. And to put the kind of numbers up he's put up is truly amazing.
Fastball high, count is full.
And the other thing in this situation, 3-2, Barry's one of the best power hitters in the game, but he really doesn't strike out that much.
Hello, sellout crowd. They're fully in it, as you can see. Bonds walks for the second time this afternoon. So walk to Aurelia, walk to Bonds. 2 on for Edgardo Alfonso. Bonds 1 for 2 and 4 walks and a homer against Beckett. But the issue now is Edgardo Alfonso. Flew out to center to end the first.
Here's another area right here where Barry Bonds has something to do with the game. The pitching coach has already been to the mound. When does a pitching coach go to the mound with a shutout in the 4th inning and a man on first and nobody out? I've never heard of it.
Fonzie showing a little bunt. A little surprise in there.
Well, if you look at it from the sense that Schmidt is rolling along, one run might be enough today. And Alfonso was going to give himself up, try to get those 2 guys in scoring position.
You know, and they said all along about Alfonso, nobody complained about the money he got and the lack of production. They said he will be there when we need him. They need him now.
Yep.
2-0 pitch. In there for a strike, and Alfonso thought that was high.
That's a pitch that, in Alfonso's mind, we got this guy on the ropes right here. He thinks that ball's up. First bet calls it a strike.
I agree. Should have been a strike.
Yeah. I don't know that he agrees.
For a lot of these hitters, looking up in the zone like that is still a hard thing to do.
Shows bunt again and does it. Ball gets away. Aurelia's going to score. Bonds will hold up at third. Small ball for the Giants of all teams. 1-0. They're going to give Alfonso a single because he beat it out, and then an error to the third baseman, allowing the runner to score and Bonds to move to third and Alfonso to go to second base. They showed it once and they figured they wouldn't go back to it, right?
Yeah.
Inside to Santiago.
You know what's going through Beckett's mind right now. I can guarantee you he's thinking back to the 0-2 pitch to Rich Aurelia. How did I let him get away? And then the 3-2 curveball. He put himself in this spot. He's the reason that he's behind. He's the reason Aurelia scored a run.
Broken bat. Cabrera long throw over to Lee. Everybody holds obviously in this 1 out. Oh boy, Grissom didn't like that call, but he found some sort of a corner.
Well, there's the corner and then some. Well, that is a nice rotation on that breaking ball.
I really like the way Beckett's kind of regrouped here. He made a good pitch to Santiago and got him to pull the ball to get an out. Jumped ahead of Grissom here, 0-2.
They appealed down to first base umpire Bill Miller, not the AL batting champ, but the first base umpire, and did not go. Important play by Pudge right here, boys.
Look at Pudge just get his body right in front of that ball and smother it. Keep it right in front.
That ball's 3 feet off the outside corner. Look at how far he had to go to get to that ball, let alone keep it in front of it.
Up and into Grissom, 2-2. Bonds the runner at third. Alfonso the runner at second. Rick Helling throwing in the pen.
So many ways that Beckett can go about this, getting this third strike that he needs right now. I'd like to see that good hard breaking ball a little bit closer to that outside corner, but just off the plate.
Further up and in.
That's a couple of wake-up calls for Marquise Grissom. He doesn't particularly like that ball that high inside. So the job is just put the ball in play. Hit it in the middle of the diamond.
And he'll try to hit a curveball in the outside corner, but it was up top. And so now the third walk of the inning has loaded the bases with one out for Jose Cruz Jr. Strike one to Cruz Jr. How about this for a youngster? I know it's only 2 years here in the bigs, but this season, opposing batters with the bases loaded, they're just 2 for 16 off him. That's unheard of. He has not allowed a grand slam in his short career.
You heard that the phrase, being able to turn it up a notch. Guys in scoring position, bases loaded. It's like they had second and third and nobody out. He made a real good pitch to Benito. Got him to hit a ground ball. I think against Grissom, maybe he tried to overthrow. And now he's got to settle in. He's got to make some quality pitches here if he wants to get out of this inning.
One, two to Cruz. And he's got the pitcher Schmidt coming up after this. So you like his odds if he can get through Cruz.
You know, another way you can get out of this is to get a ground ball hit at somebody. This is an outstanding defensive infield.
Snap, you can hear that all the way up here as a strikeout of Cruz, and now they're 2 down. And now Jason Schmidt will swing through this fastball.
This is a little Greg Maddux starting it out at that hitter. How many people you think over the years have picked that up from him? Greg does it at 88 though, not 98.
Well, no, you don't see that very often from a guy who throws this hard. You know, a ball that starts off, usually a guy that throws that hard, he's not going to get that kind of run on it.
He's one strike away here from wriggling free from a major jam. What a comeback for Josh Beckett. Only a throwing error has played it a run, and the Giants lead to 4-1-0.